leave them unmanned. Excellence is saying, I'll go early in the morning when my dad wants me to take the cheese. Excellence is saying, I'll take the cheese. Excellence is taking the cheese. Excellence is just carrying the cheese. At this point, he's already been anointed, but he was still taking cheese. Some of you, the oil hit your head and you said, I cannot take cheese. Cheese? There must be a small person to send there. You're the small person. Take the cheese. Second thing is courage. When you hear, don't negotiate. Step into your zone. Don't run away from Goliath. Run towards him. Finish the task. Behead him. As the courage comes, so does the capacity. Finish him completely. Give it, the way you had promised that you're going to give his head to the birds of the air. Take it away. Yeah? Can you imagine carrying that head on your back? The fights were gruesome, but he did. Courage is taking away everything. Take it, take it, take it, take it, take it, take it. Finally is conviction. Don't let the loud Goliath make you forget the bigger God. Because that's important for you to know. You see, we say, greater is he that is in me than he who is in the world, until Goliath surfaces. And you're like, okay, but this one looks greater. Yeah? Huyu atanimaliza. But what God is telling us today is, Goliath can't be the thing you're afraid of. You must be more afraid of disobeying God than actually Goliath. All right? That's a conviction. The second thing, and the conviction, is that you must believe that God, in spite of the stature that the king is, you are not king. But just because it's making you uncomfortable doesn't mean it's time for you to arise and step up as king. Don't let the women singing blind you. David, it's not yet time. It's not yet time. You know, one time I remember my pastor was sharing about David's story, and he talked about the different seasons of his life. And he shared that obscurity that David had, because I submit to you, it was lack. Like, I'm the king, I run this town, but I have so little to my name. But David, before he got to the place of shining, he had to have gone through all these little deeps. They're all still important. Stick through them, all right? Don't appoint yourself as king. A time is coming, we will not even need to discuss it. You will be the chosen leader. You shall be your one. But my submission to you is that you must glorify the fact that before I become king, I must be knowledgeable as a servant. Yeah? So that's important. Finally is to tell you, in the place of conviction, you must be okay that the reward is not just for you, but for your community. So this means that your father who forgot you, and in your head you have come up with daddy wounds and you have said, guy, I've been forgotten. I'm going to finish Goliath so that I can prove to this guy that even as my father forgot me, I'm going to finish something. I'm a finisher, even though my dad doesn't like me. No, it doesn't matter. The reward is for your father as well, and your brothers who didn't like you also. So don't go saying, this is my time. As a leader, there's no such thing. This is our time. And when we go up, it's better that way. And so my encouragement to you, my dear leaders, is simple. Step up. Stop whispering in rooms you should be heard. Yeah? You're walking into rooms and your head is so down. Kai, I'm just a little boy. What do I have to say? You have something to say. Stop whispering. Yeah, thank you for that clap. Yeah. You're just whispering. It's like, Kai, I'm such a small girl. Maybe one day the Lord will give me the nations. How will they give you the nations and they don't know how you sound? Speak. Stop whispering. But also just to tell you a very carnal thing. If you're scared of how you sound, look good. It's a truth. It's psychological. Are you aware? Have you ever never dressed in an outfit and you said, hey, hata ukiwa umevaa hivi, lazima useme kitu. So you felt that way sometimes. And sometimes people are like, oh, that's carnal. I'm exciting your mind, but I'm actually telling you the truth. When you look the part, you're more confident to speak it. So don't look like hardship and then can't talk. We don't want you in the room. It's like, aukai poa, auongei. So, okay, what are you doing here? Look the part, but be heard. But finally, to tell you, when you get on the platform, don't let the platform define you. In fact, you must remember why you have it. So if you can't define it before you have it, more than likely you're scared of it. So today in your free time as you go home, because all of you look like very introspective men and women, like, you know, the guys who go home and say, what did I hear today? You know those people? You know those guys? You know those guys? Okay, me, I'm not those guys. In fact, I'm thinking about as we are speaking now. When I go home, I'll be like, okay, there's some reflections there. But when you go home today, I want you to define and paint a picture of how this success will look like for you. Because when you keep on rising as a leader, the danger is if you don't know what success will look like, everybody's definition becomes your success. So start defining it before it comes. But finally, is to tell you, go with God. And I mean it. Don't go in your own strength. You have none. Even though you're going to the gym every day for every 5 days and telling us never miss a Monday. You know those guys? And you not only, you're watching their stories in bed. You know, it doesn't hurt you a little like, oh my God, they're so serious. They're there with lifts and everything. But just because you're building physical strength doesn't mean this is the strength that will give you the position. Go in God's strength. And that is genuine submission to Him. Tell Him, I don't know what to do here. I'm weak. I'm scared. I don't know how to step up. And God will show you what to do. So what I'm going to tell you to do is very simple. See, you are writing notes. I want you to write down in your notebook just these 2 questions. The first question is, what will define my conviction? Remember, conviction is what makes you uncomfortable. So you have to ask yourself, what is this thing that's making me uncomfortable? Because some of you, your area of confidence and courage is not because you don't have something, it's because you don't know what you're responding to. So you find yourself responding to everything. Today, we don't like the president. We all don't like the president. Tomorrow, we don't like our MPs. Tomorrow, we don't like our hospitals. So where exactly is your conviction? All right? Because that's where your strength is needed, where God's strength comes alive. So where is my place of conviction? The second thing I want you to ask yourself is, now knowing that I am convicted in this area, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? Do I need to study a bit more about the law? Do I need to study more about the faith? Do I need to study more about affirmative action? I don't know what the area of conviction is for you, but I want you to ask yourself, what will my response be? That's what that question is. It's like, now that I'm convicted, then what? Don't be those guys who are convicted and you have nothing to. It's just like, me by then I'm just always angry. Okay. What do you do with this emotion? You know? So make sure you write it down and figure out what your conviction will be. Are we together? So turn to your neighbor, because I'm the people who make you very uncomfortable. I've talked to this neighbor so much today. Yeah, you're not done. You're going to talk to them and you're going to tell them one thing you're going to do, having heard what you've heard today. Tell them. If you're with your spouse, God bless you. It's like, you're my conviction. You're my conviction. But turn to your neighbor and ask them, with this that you've heard, what are you going to do? Have they told you? Don't share your life story. I'm seeing some of you like, even me, like I was like, David, no, keep it simple. 1 more minute. Great. So have they told you? You can nod your head if they have. If they've told you, even me, I don't know yet. How many of you are not sure what you're going to do with this information? That's also a response, yeah? Some of you are still telling your neighbor, I should have told you, if you're near a lady, please sit near a man. Yeah? Because I'm seeing ladies like, Kai, Aki, let me tell you, me nitakwaka David. But I just want to encourage you to do one thing. Whatever you've told your neighbor, don't be afraid of doing it. If tomorrow morning it means you wake up and you start doing it, start. Just because it's November doesn't mean, in God's year, November is not the end of another year. You know what I mean? So today can be your January. You can start now and figure it out later. But I'm asking you to please, please, please be strong and very courageous. Don't whisper about what God has told you to do. Some people will never get it, and that's okay. Maybe they're never meant to get it. And some people will get it, and that's okay as well, because maybe they are meant to get it. But don't whisper about it. Be strong and very courageous, all right? I love you all. God bless you.
Come on, let's celebrate Nyawera. Nyawera, that was pretty amazing. That was sharp, that was witty, that was scintillating.
Oh, scintillating. Okay. Wakili, showing off. So, I hope you have enjoyed the 3 sessions back to back. We really pushed you, but I hope you guys have gotten something. And so, as the good teachers that we are, we want to do a pop quiz. Inaitonga kata marat, random
Assessment test.
test, yeah? So, TJ, he's the principal. Me, I'm the class teacher.
Absolutely. Are you guys ready? Sawa. So I'm going to quiz you guys. Let me just hear from the first speaker, what was the key takeaway for you? Nikona marking scheme, so I assure you. Some of you guys streamed later. Maybe this is where you tell your neighbor, nipatie mwa Kenya. From the first speaker, what was the major key takeaway that you got? I see a hand.
My index ones on this side are really showing off. Go for it.
Thank you, at Index Ones to show off. But when he was talking about the identity, for me it was giving from a place of overflow. So that means you need to first experience that love as a leader before you begin to show it off. Yes.
Amen. Understanding the love of God that is so broadly shed upon you, and then you share it out to others. Okay?
Any other taker? There's a gentleman, kuna Index 1 part 2, next to the lady who's just spoken. Index 1, 2.
Okay, there's also somebody back here. We'll come back to you. Ladies first. Perfect. That was the test. You've passed.
Thank you. Actually, the takeaway that I found from that first session was that for love, the end goal is to redeem and to transform. So you cannot be purporting to be a leader and you're not working with others. You are bringing in those who are also excluded.
Fantastic. Bring those that are excluded. Let's celebrate that response.
Including the excluded. Amen, amen, amen. Anybody else? Oh, 1B, index 1B.
DJ.
Good morning once again. I think one thing that really stood out for me was tangibility of love, meaning that you need to express love from a place of tangibility. And let me explain to the example that you're given. He was saying that some of you might be called to the healing ministry, but you might have to build a hospital. Some of you might have been called to feed the 5,000, but you might have to open a chain of restaurants. Thank you for that word. God bless.
Amen, 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 amen.
Fantastic. How about we move to the second speaker? That was Chichi. And Chichi also had some amazing insights. Let me get a taker from the room. Okay, I see a hand. You guys have been participating, eh?
They're quiet. These are the people who tell you that they haven't been studying, and then they get 90%.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Doris. From the second speaker, my take is like leadership is influence. And according to what I understood, the influence she was talking about is the influence of God, allowing God to help you to transform, to change, and to start with you. The changes to start with you, but allowing God to make changes through you. Yeah.
Yes, the fragrance of God. through you, influencing others.
Amazing. Let's celebrate her. Let's celebrate that good response. Allowing God to impact you as you influence others. Any other taker? All right, we have a taker.
Vedera is my name. From Chichi, I got the fragrance. But the fragrance should not only remain with us on Sunday, but it's every place and all circles.
Amen. Amen. And Chichi asked us a question as she was wrapping up. She asked, what can I be doing right now to make a difference in our lives and that of others? And I'd like to pose that question to somebody in the crowd who's bold enough to give us their idea, basically, of what God has deposited in them that they'd like to start beginning today. Any takers? I need the men.
The Davids, right?
The Davids. Be bold and courageous. Anybody want to share?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My
DJ?
name is Manuel. From that question, the first things I can say, it's for us, all of us here. But the first things I have seen through it is to see where people they are struggling, and many people they said maybe they will get the answer. You're supposed to be answered to them before you point at the person. And even if your answers to them is not sweet or how they want, later they will thank you because the process, it is painful. Through that painful is where they are going to shape you. You come out with a better version.
Amen. Amen. You are the answer to somebody's question. You are somebody's solution. Never look to others. Look within and see how you can be used of God to amplify and to help people within the community that you live in.
Fantastic. And now to the last speaker who just spoke, Nyawera. Wasn't she amazing?
Yes.
And you know, she carries the same courage. Recently, she just had the Misunderstood Festival. How many were able to attend? And let me tell you, it was such conversations around purpose, conversations around dreaming again. It was really amazing. And I want us just to get some nuggets from what Nyawera spoke about. And maybe just to start us off, I love the fact that she talked about David. David kwa Kiswahili anaitwaje? Daudi. Now, David is this interesting gentleman, and he was full of courage and conviction, and his courage led him to taking an action. Maybe before I preempt or I share everything, let me open it up to the main plenary so that you guys can also share some nuggets. Who wants to share some reflections from Nyawera's?
Hi everyone, I'm Priscilla Macharia. I want to say to Nyawera, I've learned a lot from you. Even for Misunderstood, I made sure my niece was there. I just told her, be there. I paid for her, made sure she was there, and I told her, you have to learn something from you. For confidence, just what you said, you are it. Work on yourself. Don't just say, I can't do this. Take the step. Just keep stepping up, and God is going to give you the strength to just keep moving.
Amen. I love that.
Phenomenal. I have some fine gentlemen here. They look like brothers. I'll let them also share some reflections.
Okay, personally, I loved the session of Nyawera. I think she said something about God does not reward intention but activity. That was so profound. Thank you.
Amen. That
Fantastic.
was a clockable. Clock it. Yes, God does not reward intention, He rewards action.
That's powerful. You know, Mommy, that reminds me, ushaisikia this common Swahili phrase. Lakini anakuanga na roho poa. Yukonga na, you guys have heard it. Let me translate it.
Akona potential.
That guy has a good heart. But intention, God does not reward intention. Yeah? Some of us are saying, me, I want to change Kenya. Ningepata tu nafasi. Napendanga Kenya. God, me napendanga Kenya. But what are you doing? Let me give it up also for the other Lushiri brother to share some reflections.
Great, thank you, TJ. My name is Joe Luchiri. Nice to see you all. Great session by Nyawera. One thing I picked, don't award yourself the throne.
enjoy the process. Step by step, God is the one who's going to give you the throne.
Amen. That was powerful as well.
You guys are really learning, eh? Any other person wants to share some of the nuggets they've gotten from? Okay, nice. I love the participation.
We have somebody here, I beat you to it.
Hello, guys. For me, what I will take from Nyawiras was reward. When you get the reward, it's not just for you, but for the whole community. That was nice.
Si kutoka block peke yako? All of us.
All of us.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
My name is Joy Wanjiru. And just to say, I love Nyawira. I have been a fan since I think I was in Form 3. And I've really loved the session. One thing I have taken home, one of the things I've taken home is that Goliath is not the enemy. He's a reward for what you have been working for. Yes.
That was a good one.
All right.
My takeaway was do not dismiss the work you've done. It might look little in the moment, but it's needed for where you're headed.
I love that.
That's really good. Okay, you
Finally,
guys are really...
yes, that side. They've been quiet.
Okay, my name is Luchiri Francis. My takeaway was always fight with your armor. Don't expect another armor that might make you fail. Thank you very much.
That's really relatable. And I know some of us even asked ourselves, how many times have I approached a situation and I'm thinking, how would Nani think? But the question is, how would you think?
Yeah.
We're also taking up the challenge and also thanking God for the skill set that He's given us. Because God has given each and every one of us skills that we can employ to defeat the Goliaths of our time. Let me just ask, what is the Goliath that has been offending you? Or offending God's purposes in our generation? This is a time you just reflect. Maybe extend it to your neighbor. Ndoi Goliath. This is a Goliath I'm thinking about. This is a Goliath that's been offending me. You can turn to your neighbor and just share some reflections. This is the Goliath that I think in this generation, this is the Goliath we should actually attack.
Okay. I can see two lovely ladies signaling their friend. Somebody is being voluntold. Okay, I'm walking towards you. They're still pointing. She's hiding, and I have arrived. So tell us, which is the Goliath that has troubled you, and what are you convicted to do about it?
So I'm going to speak on behalf of my generation. My name is Maya, and I'd say that the Goliath of our generation is identity. We don't know who we are, why we are, where we are, when we are, which is why you find so many Gen Zs suffering with things like homosexuality and not knowing, am I a boy, am I a girl, am I a Christian, am I an atheist? And I think I would like to reach out to people my age, younger, older, and tell them about God's identity in us and that we are a temple for Him and that we are here in His image and likeness and to be the greatest representative of Him that we could possibly be.
Come on, somebody. Let's give it up for her. You are a
Give it
giant
up for
slayer.
Maya.
Absolutely. You are a giant slayer. So, ladies and gentlemen, we want to take a short break because we have so much still in store. So let me just give a highlight of the speakers that are coming up next. DJ Shikilia too, I just want guys to listen in. So we have Rev Julian coming in. And I'm pretty sure he'll share some insights even as to marketplace contribution, how to lead in love when it comes to marketplace conversations, even in church circles. Are you guys ready for Rev Julian? So, Sema Isitoshe. Sema Isitoshe.
Isitoshe.
We have the Vice Chancellor of the International Leadership University. That's Prof. Tim. He'll also be with us in the afternoon.
Woo.
Are you all ready?
Yes.
Sema Isitoshe.
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 Pastor Poju. Pastor Poju landed. I assure you, he's within the country. He's not in Nigeria. He's not joining us via telecast. He's here. Okay? So we'll have Pastor Poju. And I love Pastor Poju. He breaks down teaching. If you've sat under his ministry, he breaks it down to things that you can actually consume and exercise. Okay? So Pastor Poju is around. So this is what I want you to do. So I want you to get to your phone and text that leader that you know is supposed to be here.
Yes.
That friend of yours who, Rev Julian Anakucha, Vice Chancellor University is coming. Pastor Poju is also going to be in the building. What are you doing? How can you miss this? So I want you to extend that invitation to at least 5. Say 5.
5.
At least 5. So this is a moment where your phones should be out. Extend that invitation and tell them this place is about to
get electric.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. All right, you've done that? More invite. All right, we'll regroup here. We just want to give you guys an opportunity, a health break, and also an opportunity for you guys to get something to grab. Okay? So we have a supermarket next to us. It's called Naivas. They have some amazing snacks you can get, some bitings that you can, quite affordable, and we also have GMC and CJ's. We're in a good place. We're in a mall, okay? So if you want something to grab, make sure to just visit those vending or convenience stores for your help, okay? Tuko pamoja? And we gather here at 1:25 p.m. Say 1:25.
1:25.
1:25 on the dot, we kick off. We continue conversations. Rev Julian is ready. He'll be starting us off. So I want you to be in seated so that we can get as much as possible. All right?
Said everything, TJ.
Fantastic. So ladies and gentlemen, let me allow you to break. Utilize the selfie section or the photo booth. Our photographers are here to attend to you. Make sure that guys know you're actually attending Love Inspired Leaders Global Youth Leadership Conference. But by all means, we reconvene at 1:25. See you shortly.
Asanteni, kwaheri.